Trying to get to the island just since nobody was answering me where we wanted to do summons, but I can hearth back.
Yeah, no, that works. Yeah.
Alright, looks like Blair has already got there.
Alright, do we have someone that has an alt on the island right now? Yeah, Rin's in. We're gonna do island summons.
I could take mine there, but it'd take me about 4 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, do you want to start doing that?
On my way.
Stay safe, mommy.
What's up with it, guys? What's up with it?
Here, are we doing summons to the island yet? Or
We're just getting all set up.
we get set up?
Yeah,
Set
we need,
up for
another
Neff.
summon. I believe we have Blaris, Rid, Lock, and then we just need one more to help summon.
My lock's there, so I can build one of them.
Oh, it is. Okay.
For like a minute.
Jay, you don't need to bring your guy over there then if Dry's got his guy.
Yeah, 187 invites.
I'm gonna log to save buffs.
Oh, Austin, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Brendan told me to tell you that you're stupid for playing your Shadow Priest instead of playing with him.
I made a character over there. I'm like level 12 or something on that server.
It's 5 times experience on that server. That literally took you like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was really quick. But I just felt like it wasn't like the server was OP, it was like I was OP, you know? It felt like I was just really good at leveling.
Well, what's the parameters of the private server?
Nothing. It's kind of, you have to download like a BitTorrent thing and all this stuff. It's a little bit of like a pain, but it's a TBC server with 5 times leveling experience.
Or a classic came out. There's a classic server I played on, which is like double XP, except you get 3 random abilities from like all the classes.
Ascension?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen videos of that.
Icor and I were playing Ascension for months as we were waiting for Classic to come out, and Ascension got addicting. You could make the most disgusting class. Everyone was in the search for Wind Fury at level 30.
There's a guy that does like YouTube. His name like double McDoubles or something, and he plays that server a lot.
It's so fun. You can make some of the coolest characters. Like,
But it's like random, right? Like you have to like you get.
so when you start, you get 3 abilities that you can constantly shuffle through and randomize until you get what you. And then as you level, every 2 levels you get a random ability, and they give you like their own type of in-game currency that you can farm to be able to eventually they're called scrolls of reset, and you can like, in case there's a couple spells you like that are useless, like you get teleport to Moonblade or something.
Yeah.
Like you can change it out to have the chance to roll on another spell, and like at the end, by the time you hit level 60, it's increased XP and whatnot. You like have these characters like me and Icor had just disgusting instant cast mages that were just throwing constant instant cast spells in PvP.
Huh.
You had all these warriors with like dots and anti-fear that had just the most disgusting Titan script weapons with Wind Fury on them. It's a really cool way to play WoW if no one's ever tried it before.
What is this?
It's called Ascension. It's a private server.
Okay.
It's a really quick download.
But it like lets you like mix and match basically like all the different
It does that
classes
whole-
and shit.
There's realms where you can pick your spells, but those aren't as fun because like there's clear combos that you're trying to like, and a lot of people really understand that. Whereas
Just
like,
run the same shit.
The one everyone does is apparently like, yeah, what we did is like you get the spells and you kind of have to roll for them, but you don't get to like reset them except for the reset scrolls. By the end, you'll have this character that's like super dope.
We're saving buffs, guys. We're gonna log over here in just a minute. I think everyone's trying to get ZG.
That sounds pretty neat.
Did you have your ultrasound yet, Ryan?
No. The echocardiogram? No. I have not.
I was like, wait, did I miss something?
I probably won't have it for a while. The corona toes went away, so I don't know.
If you cut them off, you can't get coronavirus.
That's true. Thanks, Wum. It's a beer baby, so it's all sorts of fucked up.
I'm over here in Germany, but my Minnesota boys in this guild. How's Minneapolis?
Wild. Oh, it's crazy.
It is? Oh shit.
The cops of the National Guard were out in like legit full force last night, like spraying anyone that they saw outside with tear gas and shooting them with rubber bullets and shit.
Dude, apparently, like Los Angeles and shit has lockdowns too because of this.
Yeah, it's like all over the country.
You see the pictures of Los Angeles? There's like cop cars on fire and stuff last night.
Holy shit.
I mean, there are cop cars on fire like 6 blocks from my place.
I heard there's actually protests in Berlin.
Yes, there were protests in Berlin and in Denmark over Floyd.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, out of Europe. Yeah, Minnesota's kind of a trendsetter or something.
Yeah, we are, dude. Or
It's
excuse me, I should
one
say,
way to
oh,
describe
yeah,
it.
You betcha we are, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you betcha.
You bet we are, alright?
Are you guys all grabbing ZG buff? Is that what you're doing right now?
Yes. Reed, have you guys started summoning yet?
Yeah, for summoning.
Awesome. There was a video that people were fucking all up in arms about that was making the rounds from last night, like right after curfew, when like the National Guard was like going through the streets of like normal just neighborhoods, and it was peaceful at the time, and they started shooting at people on their porch.
Yeah, they weren't even like protesters. They lived there just.
Yeah, it's but like they like
on their porch.
but in fairness, they asked them to go inside like 7 times, and
It was the riot.
They
police
didn't
that, like,
go.
They were yelling at him like, "Get inside!"
But
No,
They
but
weren't
part of
listening.
the curfew is that you are allowed to be on your property, like
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah, the
You don't
government
have
said
to be
it.
indoors.
It's on their website that says you can do that.
Yeah, that's what the government said.
Somebody
Well,
just put
in the
put
video
that
too,
in
the
quickly
cop,
right away.
before it happened, he just yells, "Light 'em up!" Like,
Yep.
come on, dude. Like, ugh.
Oh
that's
man,
rough.
it sucks too because that's such a fucking tough job, and to have to deal with, yeah,
There
it's
you go.
really hard.
You're totally not wrong. If it was like, I was surrounded by a bunch of people, I'd be on edge too. But
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel like the videos that we're seeing are not that. It's, 1, 2 people hiding or, just by
Mhm.
themselves.
Or that there's like a bunch of like medical students and stuff that set up kind of like a little camp, I think, in a parking lot somewhere just to like help treat, like minor cuts and bruises to like some of the protesters and stuff. And like they just all got gassed and stuff by fucking like the riot squad like came through and shit.
I saw
It's, like,
I saw Minnesotans being innovative though. Like when they were shooting tear gas, they were putting cones on.
We're just
it
waiting
and
for
then
we're
dumping
waiting to get
water down
ZG
into
buff
it.
guys, and then we're gonna be hopping on for raid. I'm logged on this character to save buffs.
Yeah, last night was nutty though. There were neighborhoods that like barricaded off their own streets, and they were just out there with their own weapons and stuff. Just like,
Dude, I got a buddy who did that and got shot at by the cops.
Like actual
Dude,
bullets.
it's fucking. Is it
Probably
not
not.
maritime? It's not maritime, but it's like the Wild West out there right now. Jesus.
I mean, they said that they'll be using live ammunition tonight because it's apparently a threat against the National Guard.
It's kind of frustrating to see them respond with such power to protests against police brutality. I mean, on one hand, I get it, but it's also kind of
Well, okay. Where are you drawing the line, calling it a protest versus looting?
well. I mean,
is the
that's
problem.
kind of the point, though, is that we're seeing them respond with the same brutality to people who aren't actively looting and
Yeah, yeah.
destroying shit. So it's kind of like I would get it if all of these images we were seeing were people breaking into stores and letting shit on fire, but we're seeing that same kind of power brought against people who are, like they were saying, hanging out on their porch.
Mm-hmm.
And so many of the people looting are taking advantage of this thing.
Exactly.
yeah,
They're tarnishing the
All those
movement.
people looting aren't even from fucking Minnesota. Like they're coming
Yeah,
from out of
dude,
state.
I saw a video today of a guy looting with like a bunch of other guys and he had a Florida plate on.
Are you serious?
That was actually fact checked to be wrong. Actually, a lot
Actually,
of the arrests.
Did you see that though, Blaris? So Care 11, one of the local news stations, was saying it was wrong, but the guy who did it, the investigative reporter, was
I'm gonna
the
run
head of
back.
county arrest records.
Run
And
back to
the
log.
claim was for St. Paul, which is Ramsey County. That guy's a fucking moron. We actually don't know the data at all.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
And the data doesn't even
Like,
represent
so I was
people
watching,
that
I think
were
it's the
actually
unicorn
arrested.
riots guy,
Mm.
he just sits out there and videotapes all this shit. Like there was like there's a Friday night, I think, one of the first nights they had mobilized a bunch of people, and like all these cops were just on this one city block slowly starting to expand. And there's like 5 people
Should we kill this guy, dude?
throwing tear gas at him and yelling. It's like
He's trying to do his quest.
arrest them. Like,
Should we? You think we can kill a 41 warrior?
You know, I was just like watching a video like live thing.
He's gonna try and sell this shit.
There are cops all around, but they didn't do shit. They just like let them walk past and stuff with like boxes.
Oh,
and
no.
shit.
Do we drop one?
Santa Monica, as in California, Santa Monica?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. LA.
Yeah.
Just looting in like LA
Let
on
him.
Santa Monica Boulevard?
60-year-old would fuck me up.
Yeah, like
the
they were
protests are, like,
they were
nationwide now.
protesting there. They were protesting there, and then like
Wait for him to start. I'm gonna let him do it.
like,
This 60-year-old will
down,
kill
they
me.
were, like looting.
hey,
Well,
hey,
like
Les,
it wasn't the protest.
I just walked the streets in downtown Chicago earlier today. I'm like right in the center of the city, and I kid you not, every single store that I walked by was looted and like smashed in. Like I'm not kidding. Like literally every single store in like the center of the city.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Philly. Philly's got it bad too.
Philly's got it real bad. Yeah, I saw on the news.
What do you want me to drop this thing?
hold on.
This dude Jake Paul in Arizona inside a mall during the looting, and then he tried to say that he was just recording everything happening around him instead of actually looting shit.
Yeah, he's a clown, dude. He's a fucking clown.
Oh, I was just thinking, do I need my heal gear?
Oh, this Lions guy, kill him, guys.
I don't have it on me, I don't think. On coach.
Yeah, we might have you grab it real quick. But from
Is
the
there, like-
island, we'll make you a port, and then we can.
Well, I'm at Kargath, so when you guys get to Kargath, you can make me a port.
Yeah, that works.
Is there like looting stuff happening in the suburb?
I still have it.
I was gonna say someone already dropped one, so.
Rid, can I get a summon, and then
Yeah.
we'll have Blair's drop soon. We'll get everyone over there. Rid, I know you probably need to get over here as well.
You can go Hearth Mist over here. You can go save your buffs, Mishu.
My goal is that you get to stop them. Like, how do you do something new that, like, will address police brutality, especially against minorities? Like, how do you, you can't just be like, we promise.
Rid, do you want to start switching over too? We can summon you. We got some
Sure.
Dryad.
Ooh. Who do you think needs it more, the mage or the?
Whatever you're bringing for Neff.
All right.
Can you summon double tap too?
Do you have shards, Dryad?
Tyrion choker today, dude. I sure hope so. Fingers crossed. Can we do this?
I think around here you're level. You might need shards. Do we have another warlock on the island that's locked down? Oh, Crow's here. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they just had. I was watching the news a little bit before I hopped on, and there was like a protest going down. They had shut down like all the highways in the area, and there was like a march going down one of them, and there was a truck that somehow got on there, like a big semi, and like stopped and then tried to run through people.
Mainly just trying to keep our world buffs here for Neff, so I'm not that worried about the timer. We're gonna go back and grab our healing gear
Injured, they, like,
real quick because I
helicoptered
think
them
we'll
off,
have to
and then
heal for
arrested
Neff.
them.
Yeah, they supposedly like.
We're
smashed
short
the
a couple
window,
healers, I
like,
think.
I saw like the video of the guys like just literally on the hood of the truck there and like smashing the window in, and I guess they pulled him up. I don't know what they did to him, but.
Yeah, I had my jail radio switched over to scanning.
I was actually watching that go down live. I watched that happen live, and it just looked like they beat the shit out of him from like the helicopter view.
Yeah, it
Super shitty. Because that's like
I
the
went
opposite
down.
of what everyone
They look pissed. Like
Yeah,
they were
I-
literally
I
like.
mean, it's understandable, but it's like
totally
at the
get
same
why they're
time,
doing
it's like you kind of hate to see it because it kind of
Yeah.
defeats the purpose of the.
We'll see that we have.
exactly what they're trying to not do.
I've got chokers on soft res for us, so if it drops, we do get it for
That makes
sure.
you wonder. I wonder
And
if
then
the government's done it before.
We're
They've
not
planted
+1 in
insurgents
BWL,
to,
so if tier
purposely
or
cause
mish drops, we have a fair
reckless
shot. We got
behavior,
cloak of
uh,
consumption. I posted this in the Discord last night. We got cloak of consumption last night off a car,
Mhm.
so that was really big. So we're getting real close to full base. Real close. So I'm stealthing over here because they keep having priests
All I hear
that keep sitting over by the portals and dispelling.
It's just gonna be fucked.
Oh yeah.
Oh god,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna be such an influx of cases. Like we're all fucked.
So yesterday they
I
they
had the
arrested
worst timing.
like over 100 people, but only like 40 of them got booked into the jail. All the other ones they just cited them and let them go like right away.
All right, let's see.
And they didn't report like
I feel
all
like
the
they know
numbers.
that.
I
they can't-
assume they just don't have capacity.
Yeah, they
or...
can't do it. So like,
They
the
have
ones
the
that
Probably,
do
capacity.
that's
it,
probably
Well, I
why
was
they
gonna say,
did
Lupo,
shit.
you would know. You work there, so do they have the capacity?
Can we
So
summon
this-
Rid as well, real quick?
This is our full DPS setup. What I'd be using. And then Molten Core, we're gonna be using Cloak.
Does anyone else need a summon to the island? We're gonna drop it here in a second. I'd like to get into the raid and get started. Type something out in raid chat if you still need a summon to the island. If not, I'm gonna have players drop it here in just a second.
I can Ghetto Hearth.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna Ghetto Hearth the
for at
Kargath.
least 2 more weeks. You know, add that on to the 8 weeks.
Let's throw on the heal gear.
Man, you're lucky.
I haven't left my house in a year just in case.
Players, you can go ahead and drop it.
This is the ZG Island, but we'll refresh our ZG buff, I guess.
If you guys are logged out, go ahead and log in. Sorry, Lupo, go ahead.
Last year, Hennepin County was at 1,000 people around this time. Like capacity, like inmates.
Yeah.
Right now, we're at like 500.
I thought you were gonna say Corona cases last year.
Oh no.
Hey, does anyone have an extra Bijou?
Yeah, I got one on me.
I mean, maybe after 2 weeks though, like coronavirus will run its course, you know.
Yeah. Well, there's probably definitely people spreading it.
By run its course,
We
you
had
mean
one
everyone's
guy.
gonna be dead.
Everybody's gonna be sick, yes.
We had one guy who tested positive in our jail, who literally had a little rash on his elbow. That was his only symptom.
That's nuts.
Like no fever, no cough, no nothing. Straight up. Like I quarantined myself. Had my wife and kid go away for a week.
What did his feet look like?
Alright, guys.
Corona toes.
Hey, I do, my Hearth is on cooldown, so can I get a summon to Kargath whenever you guys get there?
You're the reason this raid is late, coach.
Yeah, we should.
Oof. Okay.
Obviously, those numbers though, in like a week are like you're gonna be.
Hey, what are we looking for to the raid? What gear are you going for? Mish? Mish or Tier and Choker? We have Choker on soft res, so if Choker drops in Molten Core,
Alright, we are in Kargath now. Log in.
then
if you're
we
logged out in
will
Kargath.
get Choker for sure. So we're just crossing our fingers, Tier or Mish drop, and we're crossing our fingers that we roll high. I got my healing gear on. I think we're gonna be healing
What's
for
new
Neff.
flask for hunters and agility users?
I think they just use the health flask.
Like
Yeah, we just have a health.
the normal Black Lotus flask.
I think it's
No,
flask
no,
of
no.
petrification.
No, it's one with agility or something like that, right?
Mongoose.
is the one.
There's the elixir. There's not a flask.
Yeah, that mongoose elixir. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Alright, guys, let's start heading over.
Good luck, yeah, man. So we got Cloak last night. We got Cloak of Consumption last night. So
EWL first, guys.
the
So we're gonna see on that.
only stuff we need is we need Choker, which we're gonna get for sure, right? Because we have that soft res. Then we only need. Oh, what's up? What'd you ask?
Were you able to get your heal gear?
Yeah, I grabbed all of it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make an alliance priest.
So Choker, when we get that next, that's gonna basically replace our neck piece, and then the only other pieces we need are helm, and then Tier for the trinket, off of Neff up until AQ. So basically, whenever we implement our soft res and stuff like that, my hope is to get Tier
Boy, I can't wait to
first,
see my parse
and then I
like
can
an
soft
owl
res
strap a
Mish,
holy water.
and then we'll be literally full bis going into AQ. So we're very, very close. It's like we see the light at the end of the tunnel. Only need a few more pieces left. What's up, KT? How you doing, man? If you get Tier, what trinket would you pair with it for raiding? I would use toe up most of the time. How short the cooldown is on toe up is just like amazing. So and the thing that the fact that it doesn't lose power during its stacks. Like if you cast Zandalar Hero Charm, if you cast anything outside of just Starfires, where it potentially drops in stacks quicker, it's less DPS gain than toe up is. So I would definitely do toe up and then Tier. You know, then I'd rock Briarwood Reed probably in Tier as well, because there's times where both
But
are
just,
good.
just remember, if you end
But
up on the
toe-up's
news
cooldown being
'cause
so
your
short is
neighborhood's
amazing.
On fire, make sure you yell World Star. That's
No, if I get
Make sure
tier,
you
I'll use tier.
scream it, dude. Just what?
Zandalari Hero Charm is good. I find like I don't the fact
Honestly,
that
if
it
you know,
drops
you
in
have to get in
stacks.
front
I
of the
basically
camera,
have
in front of
been
the camera, whoever's reporting live.
The best part would be
Yeah, see,
let me turn them down a little bit.
I
The best
actually
part
did do
of
that,
Toe Up
and
is the
then they
fact that
loaded
it's not dropping in stacks, so you can pair it with
if you ever end
Moonfire,
up seeing Dave Dahl with
and
the
you,
weather.
assuming you're able to get some debuff slots during that window, and it's really strong. So I just, after having both and playing with both, I prefer Toe Up. Both are really, really good though. Toe Up's way harder to get as well, so work with what you got, but I'm partial to Toe Up for sure, just because of how short the cooldown is. You can use it like every trash pull. You can use it multiple. Oh my!
We're gonna have to push through, boys.
Holy shit! That was so scary.
Let's world stars. World stars.
Kill the bear! Kill the bear! Kill the bear! Yeah!
You see him TPing in as fast as they can.
Oh no, I feel so many of these guys lost so many buffs right now. Oh no. Sorry guys. What guild is that from? Never mind. Yeah, never mind. Your parse is.
Alright guys, hop inside before the group behind us.
Oh, that was a little scary.
Go, go, go.
Let's all go in and then I'll leave.
Dude, they had like full consumes, dude. They had elixirs, they had everything right there. I feel bad, a little bad right there. It's okay.
Oh, I see that.
What's
Nice.
up, Plasma? How you doing, man? Was chilling with Flump. Dude, I know I was gonna hop on Flump's stream earlier, but I couldn't make it. I got the notification he was streaming. I was gonna hop in there and say what's up. Tier for booming, dude. We hope.
So any guesses on what June's gonna bring? To
So I've said this before. The way we do the loot is main spec over off spec
You owe me.
situation, and so we have the first two tiers. I'm gonna move them for a second. The first two tiers we have is prio to either Moonkins or Warlocks because we don't have any hit talents. So the first one went to Zan. So Zan already has a tier. So if it drops this time, Madfu isn't gonna be eligible for it, I don't believe. So it's just between me, Cror, and Cormac. So we have good odds.
With them. That's where I live.
So that's why we're really hoping for this one. Oh hey, what's up, Flump? How you doing, man?
I was just sitting.
How was your
watching
stream? How'd it go?
From my porch. I had to leave my MC. It fucking sucked. But yeah, no. They put up all the bridges, and the bridges are still up. I'm looking out my window. It's up.
And they like shut down public transit too, didn't they? Like the
Yeah,
train.
yeah. I just got a notification again that they shut down public transit.
We have a good
They
chunk of world
basically
buffs, so
put up
hopefully
a
this is
curfew, said
pretty
nobody's
easy.
allowed in the loop, and then made it impossible to get out of the loop.
And they
Yeah.
announced the curfew like less than an hour ahead of the curfew time.
Hey, hug the left here, guys. Hug the left. Hug the left. Hug the left. Hug the left.
It's like 35 minutes.
I think they put up. Yeah, they put up the bridges. I mean, like, yeah, they must have done it at 9 o'clock or right when I announced it. But I mean, yeah, it was crazy. Like literally all night, people were just circling around the city or like around the loop, just in their cars, just like circling. Like I saw the same car so many times.
Good. Lost a car cloak
and
again. Dude, we got a
all of
car
them
cloak
were
last night.
stopping at red lights.
How
And,
jealous
I
are
saw
you?
a person use their turn signal.
I love that. Like I saw somebody. Use
I know, I'm
their
really looking. I'm
turn
gonna try this
signal.
out tonight and
Dude, but,
MC.
that's
See
just,
how it
like,
goes.
mind-blowing. Like, why would like you're rioting right now? You're looting. Why are you stopping at stoplights?
No offense, but we should buy max Sam greens and sit next to the casters.
Hey man, you can't break all
I mean,
the laws.
out DPS plenty of
You know what
casters.
they say? You always break one law at a time. You don't break two laws at a time.
You know in GTA.
Me and Plasma made a feral
balance
balance spec. Seems good.
That's how it is.
Well, like feral charge, like Moonkin spec, or what do you mean?
I just started playing a little bit of GTA Online for the first time with Chungus the other day, and I was like, "How do I turn signal?" And he's like, "They don't exist in this world."
We're literally, dude, our off spec's literally full tier 2. I just need the chest. And so if we that is one good thing off spec, dude. If the tier 2 chest drops, that'll actually be our full tier 2 for healing.
Sweet.
You go for PvE tank feral where you just get the full like armor talents. It will be really good. That's the spec I'm gonna do for PvP. Come the tier 2.5 stuff. We get the increased armor and all that. Let's start buffing. Definitely bot. Okay, let me know when you're done moving groups so I can buff.
Yeah. Everybody put on your cloaks now so you don't forget.
I can do master loot if Corey's not here.
Okay. Lupul, are you here at NAF?
Yeah.
Okay.
My in-game sound is like really quiet. Let's turn this up a little. If you outdamage any luck, I mean it's just hit chance and luck, dude. It's just RNG. You can have a warlock miss 15% of the fight, and I could miss 2% of the fight. I'm gonna hit harder than they do.
I got positioned, and as soon as like 8.
It just depends too on world buffs and stuff. There's a lot of RNG, but I mean, warlocks can't decide to just heal randomly on Nef because you're short a healer. Warlocks can't innervate. Warlocks can't battle res. Just it's an anticlimactic argument, IMO, brah. Get there, you don't need the armor. You get Omen of Clarity. Yeah, dude, I'm down to try that Omen of Clarity setup with like an actual good weapon. Like if we were to get Hand of Rag or something, I'd mess with it. I'm sure there's some interesting theory crafting you could do that'd be a little bit weird. Kind of like a fun like melee PvP type setup. Are they protesting in San Diego, Andrew? They're protesting some, yeah. There was like marches they're doing downtown. I live kind of far from downtown. I live like a half hour like north of downtown. But apparently last night an area called La Mesa got like looted. I don't know how bad. I haven't like looked up videos or anything, but my mom was telling me. Damn, you guys are short every week? Yeah, we're short people.
Yeah, I think I heard that they did.
It's okay. We've killed Neff with like 30 before. Not worried about it. If we come back in and everyone's fresh and we have world buffs,
I wonder if they reopen the lab. Oh,
it's pretty easy.
Alright guys, we're gonna split here, so let's do
Get some water.
group 2-7.
Boomies are the worst DPS. I mean, dude, if you like, Chromagus is a great example. Like that alone isn't a reason to bring Balanced Druid, but like a Balanced Druid can benefit from Arcane Vuln and Nature Vuln, and mages can't, right? Like they can kind of benefit from Arcane a little bit, but Arcane Missiles is crap DPS comparatively, right? So you have scenarios where you can bring other DPS, but no one can utilize those like niche scenarios. Not to mention just all the utility. But so far DPS isn't like a big, it's the same logic as like, why would you bring a Shadow Priest? Like Shadow Priests are going to underperform every, Warlock and every Mage. And arguably if you have a better geared Warlock instead of a Shadow Priest, you can like make up the DPS. I mean, you can make that argument a lot of ways. Why bring a Mage if you could bring a Warrior? Right? Why bring a Warlock if you can bring a Warrior? Why not bring 22 Warriors?
Yep.
You can play the game 100 different ways. I think I'm not going to be able to buff this other group because they weren't grouped at all. Ingrath. Just got to get Ingrath. How do I make my gold? I haven't farmed gold in a while, but usually just coffer runs. And then we get gold from this. And then like I was doing
Looks like we're just missing.
Is Angrath in here? I'm running around trying to buff him. I can't find him.
No, he's like running towards us.
Okay. Okay, so I just have my heal gear on. I'm just healing for this fight, right? But the main way that I've been farming gold is just coffer runs, But I haven't done any the last couple weeks. I just farmed up a bunch, and then where Where was I getting? I was getting a bunch of blues and stuff. What were we doing? Coffer runs, I was getting stuff. I was doing the Cenarian stuff.
What you need to do is heal the Dickens off.
Alright, I got you.
You have the Dickens? That sounds serious.
Obviously, you should bring Shadow Priest or Boomy, but just one. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't think it makes sense having multiple, but having one balanced druid is, to me, seems very. Dude, there's so many times like the flexibility of balanced druid has been very significant. Like, this is a good example. The fact that I have really good healing gear and I know how to heal, so I can just swap different gear on, heal totally fine this fight, and then we go into Molten Core and I can DPS the whole thing. Like, that flexibility is absolutely massive. In like a more casual scenario, if you're in like a really hardcore guild, you have 40 guys, everyone's decked, everyone's full consumes, all that stuff, it's a little bit different, but I mean, it's not how we really play the game. Coffers are what, 50 gold an hour, something like that math. Yeah, something around, probably around 50. I would say consistently maybe 45, and you can get up to 50 if you get really good buys on the keys. But a big part of your kind of like your variability and how much you make as far as like the consistency is how well you can buy the keys. If you can get the keys for like 50 silver a stack, then you can get up to like 50, 55 gold an hour, I'd say, because you're really likely to get like 1 or 2 blues in an hour lockout, and that can easily be another 10 or 15 gold. I'm gonna pop Spirit here. I don't think that we need anything else, but I guess we're in Moonkin form. Remember, if you die, you can make like 8 gold from Brilliant Shard, or if you DE, yeah. I can see that. I mean, the shards are going to be really valuable. The large Brilliant Shards are going to be really, really good for this next phase because of oils. And everyone's going to need those. I'm really curious to see our raid. I've talked about this before, but our raid's pretty caster heavy comparatively. You can see we don't have that many warriors. And so this next phase with AQ gear and with oils coming out, and if hopefully the flask price go down because of the Black Lotus changes, that's a lot of really significant changes for our specific raid comp. I had to heal in ZG myself. Yeah, dude, it's I actually don't mind healing as long as I'm like planning on it. You know, it's like, hey, can you bring your heal gear? You might need you to heal, 1 or 2 fights tonight. It's like, sure.
So tempted.
Like being able to swap around is not something that bugs me at all. I don't like healing in my DPS gear though. I will say that, like, the gear that you have on significantly changes how it feels to heal. If you have good healing gear, it's way more enjoyable. You literally just like never like I'm casting like I think rank 4 healing touch, nothing crazy, but I could just indefinitely keep casting this and never run out of mana. Hey, can we see the healing meter? Yeah, I can pull healing meter up actually, since we're not
Loopy, you're really pissing off Nefarian over here.
I don't know what I did to him. Probably when I yelled World Turn.
Okay, I'll start making my way over there too. Yeah.
Thank you for the totem. Finish off the ads. Finish off the ads.
Mishko, can you stay in range to decurse, please? Nice, that was really good, whoever that was.
Rogues.
Roll call.
Zan, I got rejuve on you if you want to tap. Turn him!
So
That's so scary. Priest.
all other healers, healing tank.
Priest call over.
Kill totems, kill totems.
All DPS, kill totems, please. Totems.
God damn it, he destroys my mana pool when he does this.
Decurse. I got it.
Druid call.
Oh, great. Watch heals on Sabbath. Our most OP Boomkin healer is cat formed.
Ah no, whatever will we do?
He's at 25%, guys. 5% on ads.
Can we break that phrase down? Moonkin healer is in cat form.
Here comes the ads. I put a trap down.
It's like a trifecta
Ads
of
incoming.
opposites.
You ready on the ads, guys? You ready on the ads?
Oh,
Warlock.
You kill it. Nice job, guys.
I have it. Does anyone need innervate?
Jeff Char will take it.
Good job, guys.
Good job, Mikus.
We had to innervated the mage homie there, dude. Cross your fingers, guys.
8 slot.
Oh, Cloak of the Broodlord. I'm actually okay with that. Oh, dude, we got full tier 2. Alright. Well, at least we got the cloak is a good one. I'm okay with the cloak dropping because that's going to be our BIS PvP cloak, so I'm fine rolling for that.
Uck, are you 7 out of 8 as well?
That's pretty sick that we got full tier 2 now. I'm looking forward to that. Want to mess with that a little bit.
Ooh.
See the healing meter? So here, I think it was like 3rd or 4th before we got the cat call, but you can see here the cat call.
Austin, you're master leader.
Oh, dude, I forgot. Sorry.
Straight over to MC now, right? Yeah, we're gonna head over to MC. Austin, if you wanna just grab it and start bringing it along.
Yeah.
Can we do the cloak? I'm searching for Hunter.
Sorry, guys,
wonder
sorry.
if I
Pass
could
out
do that.
loot outside the raid.
Yeah, if we're on the same raid, but yeah, we can do the cloak. Let's hold on. Don't leave yet. Let me click all this crap.
Yeah, only switch over if you're not switching characters. Or I mean, if you don't include
Cloak.
Fuck, a 3. Goddamn.
Stay silent. Thanks for coming, buddy.
Yeah, you guys are actually gonna use this for PvE.
Careful for the
That's
ads.
best in slot for PvE.
See you guys.
For
Be safe.
mages.
Later, man.
God damn it. Yeah, I'll pass. I have Crore. Right?
Is it this for you too, Austin?
Not for PV. I mean, I have the hit. The hit is better.
Okay.
Wait, why do we have this port to org? I almost took that. The is core +1? Oh, you got the ring.
I think Corey was doing the +1s too with me this week. he's presenting his final architecture project.
Alliance right outside. Do
dare
not zone out.
Do not leave, guys. Do not leave.
Okay, I have Mad Foo with the what is it, 42?
If you guys logged over onto an alt, you need an invite. Just whisper me.
Yeah, I want that for PvP, but I made a big deal about being hyped about how excited I was that I got this last night, so everyone knows that I got Cloak of Consumption. And since people don't have other
Seem to have run off now, but
other stuff, they have shittier cloaks. It's unfortunate.
There's a
It's okay, we'll get it
paladin
eventually though.
trainer Group about to leave Kargath. I think I'm gonna try to run over with. They said they were just leaving in a minute after their raid leader finishes taking.
People
his
soon
dump.
lead it. Yeah, there's a lot of rolls, dude. Did you see how many rolls that was? That was a lot more than I was thinking was gonna roll for it. No, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass it away. Not gonna take it. Everyone's like cool about letting me get loot, so I really try and make it a point. If it's something that's not like, there's plenty of stuff I've won the rolls and I pass on, or like let whoever's second take it, just so that if it's like a bigger upgrade for them or whatever. It's like I obviously want it to like do PvP and shit with, but I don't know. I'm not
Wait, do people
loot
zone out?
hungry. I'm not gonna be a dick about it.
Yeah, it's safe.
I want people to, like, everyone to be able to get loot, and since we have a lot of casters, it's try and share the wealth, you know. We might die right here going out. Hopefully not though. Oh, look, it's another chicken guy, Lil Bow Wow. Oh. Sorry, Lil Bow Wow. Got to show you what's up.
Where'd you go, Jay?
I jumped down in the lava because fucking Alliance were trying to kill me because I was 2 health and I rezzed.
I was trying to heal you.
You guys think he's watching the stream right now?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he's trying to get out of here. Don't moonfire me. Oh, shit. Oh, that was so scary. Oh, we're in full healing gear, dude.
Soaking the lava.
Like, why am I doing no damage? He's got me targeted. Do you think he knows?
Night.
Does he know we're streaming this?
Fucking kidding me?
I feel like the fact that he still has me targeted, he
We're gonna
knows.
roll the rest of the stuff. I'm dying to get my 8 slot.
Yeah, I don't know what. Is he making his way over here?
Sorry, yeah, there's a shitload of alliance out here. I'm trying to not die.
Trying to not
There's
die,
a full raid.
dance in
There's
front
a
of some dead alliance bots.
well, yeah, dude, it was another Moonkin, dude. I had to dance with him.
Fair enough.
I was fighting another priest, and then I got disconnected.
I don't have that spell.
Okay. So what do we have? We have the shaman chest.
It's my 8 slot, baby.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
What?
I'm getting DDoS.
Thank you, Wiggle.
Are we still doing 8 set prio? Or
That's your 8 set for the tier 2 chest.
yeah, that's the only thing I need.
I mean, that 8 set's kind of crap. We could ask Golosita, do you mind passing on that so Obed can get that so he can finish his 8 set? You can say no. It's okay. It's not like a massive gain, but if he's gonna complete the 8 set, it would be nice to let him get it. Thanks, Golosita. Appreciate that.
Congrats.
Ash Condi.
Alright, who wants that ass candy?
We got Wiggles with the big 3-7. Blaris coming with the priest sword spec.
Oh wait, Wiggles is still there. Never mind.
Dude, I literally can't log in.
That's Icor.
You can't log in.
I think. I
Hello,
got, like,
I was that Moonkin.
Moonkin.
This is so real. That's so funny. I literally was saying that before. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna hop in here. Watch your shit. Love the content. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
Just keep logging in.
That was funny. I was cracking up, dude. GG. Dude, your rogue buddy scared the shit out of me. I thought I was gonna die and lose Ani buff there.
Yeah, he is. I'm assuming the people that are offline made it into the raid and are saving buffs.
Yeah, I just ran in. I saw no alliance.
Okay, so sword have the wiggles. Grats.
No, Ash Candy is for.
Yes, Ryan, he did.
Congrats.
Get him up. Get him up.
Alright guys, let's have everyone log in. Let's get these buffs out so we can start. I think everyone should be almost here.
Oh, wiggles is +1.
Yeah.
Okay. Grats, Icor.
Congrats, Icor.
Why are you not in rage? You're way over here. And then the other thing we got was the Druid chest. This actually also completes my tier 8. And of course, we waste the big 94 roll on that. Yeah, what's up with A?
Too bad.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Next week. Come on, Icor, put that big.
Welcome to the 8 out of 8 club, dude. I know. I'm psyched. That'll actually be fun. Full tier 2. Big Moonkin flex, dude.
There you go.
Exactly. Pew pew, dude. Pew pew. Oh, then we have the head. I guess we should probably roll the head off, right? I think some people probably want that.
Can we start pulling?
Yep.
I have double tap with the roll on the head.
Outside the entrance. There's like 5 people.
Grats, Jeff. Boohoo healer gear.
You got 3 or
4. It's okay, man. I obviously would like some DPS stuff, but I'm also excited to have full tier 2. That actually is really helpful for me for like bag space because it'll let me get rid of a lot of other gear in my bank, because like full tier 2 is a really good set to have just for healing, you know? So I won't have to worry about you know, keeping a bunch of other random crap that's not as good. What was Nefloot? We got the Druid chest, we got the Shaman chest, we got Ash Candy, and we got the cloak.
There's more now. The raid showed up.
No living spalders yet. I have living spalders, but
Try to make it in.
oh, it's gonna be annoying, dude. I forgot. It's been a while since we've been master looter. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Alright guys, make sure you dismiss your pet. I'm actually gonna grab this everyone who's up here, don't jump yet. We're gonna kill this Fire Lord quick, just to be safe.
I think I'm gonna throw on Briarwood Reed here. Wild growth spalders. Yeah, we do have wild growth spalders, but like, so like in my opinion, if you have full tier 2, all of the tier 2 bonuses are really good in their own way. So like for me personally, if I have full tier 2, I am gonna just rock full tier 2 and probably not worry about it. I'll keep a couple pieces like that, like wild growth or whatever, but you know how you have like that chess piece out of Strata Undead and like all that type of stuff, like it allows me to get rid of that. Just get rid of any like those blues that are high healing. Okay, so this is what the setup I'm rocking here, just so you guys know for this and for the VOD, that we basically have Cloak of Consumption as the only addition, and I'm actually going to be using the both ZG rings since we have some buffs. Since we have Ani buff, we have ZG buff. I'm going to have the elixir of the arcane, whatever, the spell damage one. So I'm going to go ahead and rock the 2 rings just for the extra 1% hit, so we're sitting at 11% spell
Imagine
hit.
those 2 astronauts up there. America falls apart by the time they come back down. They're like, oh fuck, dude, we don't even belong to a country.
I'll probably switch to Hero Charm here on the boss fights, but I like having Briarwood read up for the trash.
It's like the cosmonaut who went to space in the USSR.
8 out of 8. Swiftmend is insane. The oh, I could see that. Well, so Swiftmend. So the reason why I haven't heard that before, but that makes sense thinking about it, because the 8 out of 8 increases your rejuve length, and Swiftmend consumes the balance of healing to be done by your rejuve or your regrowth. So let me focus here. Hold on.
X off first, guys.
Dispels, please. Dispels. Priests. So what it does though is it basically is giving you a free tick on your rejuve, and then if you Swiftmend, it would consume that extra free tick. I'm assuming that's why it would be good. Which that mathematically makes sense to me, why you'd have a huge power spike. I'm gonna heal myself so I don't die. You'd have a huge power spike from getting full tier 2. Could definitely see that. The other thing that's really great is like you already have a lot of efficiency. I don't know if you guys have seen those videos of what's the guy's name? I can't think of it, but he did a bunch of math on. He like started off as a shaman player, and then he did a bunch of math. He switched over to like a resto druid, and he did a bunch of math on like rank 3 and rank 4 rejuve. Okay. The guy's like some like European. He's not American. He has a little bit of an accent, but I can't remember his channel name. Shoot, that's gonna bug me. But anyway, he did a bunch of math on it and like how efficient rank 3 and rank 4 rejuve is. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. That logic behind that is actually really sick. So when you get full tier 2, that power spike of the mana efficiency is even more insane. It's like massive, like the amount of efficiency you gain from downranking rejuve. So you can basically have your raid let you raid heal, and you just are incredibly mana efficient.
I guess without knowing her, I have no idea what that means.
Seems like Swiftmend is more of an oh shit button in case things are going well. Yeah, you could definitely use it in PvP in a lot of situations though too. The main thing is it's a combination of spells you could use where you can't get kicked, right? So it's all just instant casts. Trying to finish buffing here, rebuff everyone up.
Let's grab X, turn it away. Finish off Diamond first.
Jesus, dude. 2800 Starfire.
Everybody loot.
What's up,
around,
Grant? Hi,
speed.
big fan of the videos. Yobo Bear from White Main. Hey, welcome, man. Welcome to the stream. Glad you enjoy the content, my chicken friend. Seeing hopefully we can get Choker tonight. Keep our fingers crossed. How do so many people die randomly in this trash? I feel like Jade dies on like these guys every single time we do this.
Unlike balanced druids, they do damage.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. He juked me out. So I'm at 525 with this gear, dude. So if we had the flask, would be at, it's 150, right? So it'd be 675 spell power. Oof. Someday. The prices haven't really dropped that much the last couple last couple days. I'm hoping that they do pretty soon here, with layering being added back for us as well. What offhand do I use? Is the offhand off Jindo, the bag of whammies. That's the one I use for raiding, at least because of the spell hit. So your insane Chromagus RNG on BWL stream a couple weeks ago got super lucky this week and got World 4th Moonkin Parse. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, we got it. I got lucky 2 weeks in a row. This week, actually, for Chromagus, we also had, there was good RNG with the vulnerabilities, but I was healing on that fight because we were short a healer. We would have had another good parse this week. I had two good parses in a row, though. It's okay. For the for logs, we got our 99 on that parse, so I'm content with, if we have no more good RNG on that boss, we at least got our 99 box ticked off on Chromagus there for the parses. My goal is to focus, make sure I get like my Ebon Rock and Flame War parses aren't very good. They're like, I think like 95s or something like that. So I want to try and make sure before AQ comes out, because it basically will timestamp how you did in that content, like in the current, like when it was current, if that makes sense. So I want to make sure I try and get full 99 parses on all of the fights before AQ comes out. It's my hope. It's my hope. Oh, we don't have Hurricane up. I'm just gonna chill back here for a minute. Yeah, that week was crazy. Yeah, it was nuts. It's a lot of fun, man. I was the second week I actually did, I think I did even more DPS. It was very close. It was a very similar scenario those weeks back to back, but on my threat meter the second week I was literally at 100% threat for like 3/4 of the fight. It was very, very scary. My heart rate was definitely really high. I thought for sure, literally I was holding a potion because I thought I was gonna have to FAP like if I ripped aggro. And I never ripped aggro, thankfully, but I was definitely worried about it.
That's too dumb.
Dude, look. Everyone's bugging about the moon, dude. The Moonkin cosplay live stream.
Let's see here.
Why does everyone want that so bad?
Let's have Dryan X Hungry on Triangle, and then Abandon. You take Star.
How much hit am I running right now? So we just got Cloak of Consumption last night, so I'm at 11% with this setup.
12 is for
so
DPA.
Technically, if I use Band of Force Concentration instead of Zanzil's Band, it seems slightly higher, but if I have world buffs or consumes, I personally like having that 1% extra hit for boss fights, right? Like for trash, it wouldn't really matter. But for a boss scenario, I prefer trying to squeeze in that extra 1% hit since we do have the bonus crit from the Ani buff. So, like, if we didn't have world buffs, for example, we're just doing random stuff, I throw on Band of Force Concentration because we'd be a little bit higher spell power. But somewhere in the ballpark of, like, 10 or 11. 10 or 11. See, like, in a perfect world, we have this setup, though. And the only addition to this gear that I have right now, as far as hit, is we would have tier. So we'd have another 2%. So in my, like, perfect set, I would have 13% hit because even if we have Mish, this helm is also very good. Mish is obviously an upgrade, but not, you know, massive upgrade. But there's no hit here that we're going to gain on the helm, and there's no hit here on the neck. So I'm still going to be the same hit. Those are the only pieces I have to sub out besides the tier. So it'd be at 13% in a perfect world if we could grab tier off of Neff. We'll see. One of these weeks we'll get it. Spell damage is amazing, dude. My PvP set with like max spell power is actually getting really good. I'm like getting very close to best in slot like PvP spell power setup and like our raid PvE gear as well. I'm actually gonna throw on hero charm here. Oh no.
All right, let's do it.
I'm gonna innervate here at the beginning.
I got mind controlled. Picking up boss right now. We're just gonna bring the boss to the back so he's not on anyone. Kill the ads first, guys. Ads first.
We need to innervate, coach.
I don't have it. I used it on myself.
I want innervate, please.
Dispels.
Okay, can't find your face.
Thank you.
Oh, bad guys,
Nice,
I
we got a
didn't know
little
to bleed on me.
little down rank there. Got 9th on DPS, 384, and I didn't actually have hero charm on there either.
Really nice job, healers, keeping everyone up there.
Yeah, sorry, Loopy. I was like halfway mana when that pulled, so I just intervened myself right at the beginning. I didn't think you would need it.
Fine. Your damage is more important than everybody else's health, but
I'm glad we're on the same page.
That boomkin damage though.
Do any hunters need?
Am I going for rank 10? No, I'm not gonna rank it all. I'm going to, once tier 2.5 comes out, I'm gonna PvP a lot more as far as like content goes and like what I'm gonna be doing for, you know, like just streaming and just stuff in general. Once we get tier 2.5, because I have a really fun PvP spec I plan on playing more. But I'm not gonna PvP to like try and actually rank. It's also ranking on our server is really crazy because of how populated Harrod is. Your server I think is like this too, right, Grant? Because you're on Whitemane. Isn't Whitemane like the only other server that was having queues this last couple weeks? It's the same kind of deal. It's just really brutal to try and rank on these like super populated servers. Finally got Cloak of Consumptions and Gloves of Delusional Power today. Gloves of Delusional Power? I don't know what those are. Are those ZG gloves?
Hungry, do you have yours? You have yours? Okay, awesome. We'll have you just tank all these guys. Let's get Shirley up though.
What are those
I've
gloves?
got mine up too, yeah.
Okay,
Congrats on
we'll have
Cloak
Hungry
though,
do it
man.
first,
That's awesome.
And then, once it's done, we'll have you do it.
Cloak is a big one. Because it's like we have the other upgrade we have for cloaks, right, is once we get to Cthulhu. Isn't it Cthulhu that drops the...
I trade stuff too for D.
Cthulhu drops the other coke, isn't it? Yeah, this one. Cloak of
what
the
made you mind
Devoured.
eating?
But like, obviously, like this is better,
I missed the
but
question.
Cloak of Consumption is, you still have the 1% hit, you're missing, what was that, 7 damage? Yeah,
Take your pick,
7
Fly.
damage.
Lupi Strava Wummy.
And Stam. I mean, it's the upgrade is definitely an upgrade,
Grab both
but for
groups. Let's
PvE,
have,
dude, like this
Wiggles
is still
grab the right
you're
group,
very
Willow
close,
grab the left group.
and you know that cloak off
Let's
of
wait just a
Cthulhu
second,
is going to be
not quite
contested
yet,
by
not
every
quite yet.
single caster.
Healer mana.
Yeah, we just got layers back. Yeah, Whitemane and Herod are both in the same boat. Both of them were getting really bad queue times. So, I mean, you know, like if you're on that server that's like as populated as our servers, it's really brutal to rank. I'm not gonna pop either of my trinkets here because I want them on cooldown for the boss. You actually had a 15-minute queue after we got layered again. People are blaming multi-boxers. Multi-boxers is a big part of it. I was explaining that when I was talking to earlier in guild. We had the same issue. So like I'm leveling a Shadow Priest alt, and when I was running from Undercity down to Terran Mill,
Okay, Bella, go ahead.
I ran past, like there's groups of mages running on the same path like as I was running, ran past 6 different groups of multi-boxing mages that were all alliance. I mean, you know, that's like, right, that was one person, and now that's 6 accounts that are all logged in simultaneously. So it's like you have that times, even if 100 people on the server do it, which I'd guess it's probably more than that.
Alright, let's get Cormac and Glara up.
But yeah, the multi-boxers is a big problem. The other thing I've seen a bunch of is bots, like hunter bots, that are just killing random, like they're in like random parts of the world, and they're just, you can tell by the way that their movement is, they're just like running to these different spots in these different zones, killing like spiders, and they're just sitting there just like leveling. You can tell they're bots just by how what their movement's like. So there's a ton of that where I think the gold farmers have made multiple accounts, and they're just botting, trying to level stuff up to max level, and they're not, like, no one's getting banned. So that's pretty shitty.
Let's finish up our few minutes.
I'm pretty confident Blizzard's not going to ban any bots or multi-boxing scenarios because it makes the sub numbers really inflated. It really skews like what it looks like, how many actual people are playing the game. And so for they're so focused on all the corporate aspect of like quarterly reports and like their player retention and all that stuff. So I don't think they'll do anything about botting or multi-boxing at all.
You're really that bad for Warlocks for that little add-on? Doesn't think that they need it?
There's a ton of bots in Ashara on Whitemane. Yeah, I've heard people complain about bots in Ashara on our server as well.
What?
It's really shitty because the other thing that's really annoying is like the blue post that they posted about bringing layers back to Whitemane and to Herod. They're like, oh, we can't figure out why there's such an issue with queues. It's like,
Yeah, I guess.
what do you mean you can't figure out why it's such an issue? Like how I can figure it out as like a level 30 running around through a zone. Like you have to have the analytics to know what the hell's
Yeah, I'll have to mess with that and see.
causing that.
Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and pull this though.
Oh shit. I should turn this back on. What is this?
Eight-second cooldown on Trank.
I'd love to see those crits, dude. Damn, dude, these partial resists. Killing me. 437.
Good job, guys.
I'll take it. I'll take it. So look, on that fight, we can make this bigger to illustrate my point. We have Rancid, Zan, Cher beat me on that fight. Zan has tier and has Mission Dare. He's also an OP Warlock. Rancid has full tier 2. So he's got that instant cast bullshit. Cher just casted Frostbolt really hard. But like, we definitely are like up there where we can like still compete. We can hang with the big boys. Are you next in line for tier? So we don't have soft res on tier. We have it where it's like prio, where the people that are allowed to main spec roll on it is warlocks and me, warlocks and balanced druids, because we don't have any hit on our talents. But we don't have soft res. So we have soft res in Molten Core, but we basically said after we get one more tier and one more DFT, or one DFT, we've gotten 0 DFT so far ever. We've never gotten one. But once we get one of each of those, then we're going to start implementing soft res in BWL.
Players, I don't think we have anyone that can do +4.
Don't worry, it'll drop tonight, and then I'll be the hot commodity of the guild.
You were the one that got it, and then everyone was like flaming, like, why would you give it to a Moonkin?
You'll be farming those world star gold stars.
I remember that Reddit post.
No, Jeff, I'm sorry I didn't get there fast enough.
Oh shit. That was really scary. And my rogue got Thunder Fury and people went insane. How is Rogue's DPS if they have Thunder Fury? I haven't read anything with a Rogue with Thunder Fury yet. Is it like insanely high? Is it higher than daggers? I feel like Rogue with daggers would probably still outperform, but I could see the sword proc being super, super strong. You evade bugged?
So Blair, as you asked earlier, what
Goes in the offhand, but it's good.
try to combat police brutality, like moving forward, or at least prove it. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. Like, you know, this isn't. You know, something.
The offhand doing 300 damage per proc is huge, so that makes sense. So you're still daggers, and you just have Thunder Fury in the offhand, but you're still doing like the same shit like dagger rogues are doing for DPS. That makes sense.
It's gonna be better in the future.
Dude, I love when we have these buffs that we have 6,500
The
mana.
most obvious thing is just more body cams and like review of said officers that have had issues. Because I mean, like that officer that caused this whole shit had like 18 complaints against him. So I mean, it's not like it's that like I don't know, mind-boggling that something like this would happen. But personally,
Once you get Maladath, you'll rock Thunder Fury and Maladath. Dude, that would be, sounds so OP.
Create a system where, you know, cops aren't all buddy-buddy to each other. You know, something happens, you know, it needs to be reviewed and...
Like, that's what the New York guy was saying. The New York
We've seen one Maladath. I think we got one last week.
Like, yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of professions that already have systems in place that they could kind of port over and just follow those like checks and balances amongst any sort of production line with like a quality control. Like
That
to,
guy,
to have something like that for cops, yeah.
I think it was the mayor of New York or someone this morning that had like many of the actually a really good speech. I was doing like paperwork and shit in my office and I was just like listening to him talk this morning, but it was like, yeah, it was really good. You gotta go listen. And he was like talking about how yeah they like wanted to like start doing out of like state.
Koran in the back, in the back.
Hungry, can you pick it up? Let's finish off Skull here real quick, then we'll kill Corehound. Okay, Corehound.
So a little trick you guys can do, I don't know if you guys are seeing me do this, but on Trash, if you have multiple mobs, you can basically use moon firing on off targets to bait out Nature Grace procs.
Okay, Destroyer.
So say there's like 4 targets, for example. You could basically Starfire, and then while you're casting, tab to the next target and hit Moonfire. And then if you get a crit on that, you can start casting Starfire immediately. If you don't get a crit during the global cooldown, you can tab to the next one and Moonfire that one. So you can basically either maintain Moonfire on all the targets, or every time you get Nature's Grace proc, then you can cast Starfire on whichever target you have targeted. And it kind of helps spread out your threat as well as optimize like your DPS in those situations, because you're able to constantly be utilizing the Nature's Grace proc to like on Starfire, which is what you're trying to do. So you can open like with Wrath, Moonfire on the first target, cast Starfire, then while you're in that cast, tab over to the next target, and then cast a Moonfire as that Starfire finishes. If it crits, then you can cast Starfire immediately. If it doesn't, then you can tab again, assuming there's more than 2 targets. Do you have the Angelisa's belt? I kind of like using it to bring my hit up to 30%. So we've seen one of them, and I didn't roll on it. I think there was like a warlock that wanted it, and I didn't really want it particularly. I don't think I would ever use it, given the fact that I have Firemaw's Clutch and Mana Igniting Cord. I think both of those are arguably better. But you definitely could do it if you're like, I could see maybe if you're flasking, you had full consumes, like trying to get up to that full like hit cap, making sense. But you lose, dude. It's a lot of DPS. 2% hit should be in the ballpark of like 20 or 25 spell damage equivalent. So if you have Firemaw's Clutch, you have MP5 on top of that, and you have 35 damage, it's really hard to justify the actual DPS value of Angelisa's Grasp. But if you had full world buffs and a flask, I could see trying to rock that to get up to closer to that 16% for sure. Do you ever use rank 9 Moonfire trick? Or did Blizz fix it? Do you mean where you can rank 9 and it doesn't overwrite the damage over time? KT, is that what you're talking about? I use it all the time in PvP. That druid that I killed when we were running to BWL, and then he came in the chat, I used it on him. I use it in PvP all the time. So you can, in PvP, I Wrath, and then I max rank Moonfire once, and then I'll down rank to rank 9 and spam it for like the burst damage, just for the tick. And it will not overwrite. So you're rank 10, the dot's ticking, and then you're just getting the rank 9 initial damage type thing, like the initial damage proc shit. Do we have a lot of people who mark the wild?
Alright, just waiting on a little bit of healer mana that won't pull.
Yeah, KT, that's my favorite. So my favorite combo, I'm gonna do one of these videos because I was thinking about this the other day, because it's not super intuitive, but there's a couple combos that I've found that I really, really like. So like back in the day, I played Ellie Shaman, right? I've said that a few times. and there was specific combos I liked in PvP that were just super bursty compared to other combos that just felt really good. And one of them being like the stuff that everyone knows now, right? Like the lightning bolt into shock or the chain lightning into shock, like all these different things you could do to like stack your damage in PvP. Where in like a long-term fight, it's not really giving you more DPS, but it's making your damage more bursty. And so I've gotten to where I have a couple of those that I really like for balance specifically. And I think I'm gonna do a video on that, kind of breaking those down. Oh, can we get one more? Damn, not gonna get it. Dude, we were up there. We were up there for a little bit. We're like 550 DPS, 540, something like that. Then we got no crits. But my favorite combo I use consistently in PvP is if I have a target rooted, is I'll cast 2 Wraths, and then while those are traveling, then I will cast max rank Moonfire, which basically hits at the same time that the first Wrath will. So you get 2 of those damage abilities hitting at the same time, and then I'll cast rank 9 Moonfire right after that. So it's Wrath, both max rank, Wrath, rank 10 Moonfire, rank 9 Moonfire in that sequence. And what you have is the first Wrath, the rank 10 Moonfire, hit at the same time, and then the next Wrath and rank 9 Moonfire hit at the same time. So it's 2 really big bursts of damage, not to mention you get the max rank Moonfire dot on them as well. So then after that you can kind of run around, but it allows you only need 3 seconds to hard cast the first 2 Wraths. And then the Moonfires are obviously instant cast after that. So you can like root them, cast those 2 Wraths, and then while you're casting the Moonfires, it allows you the ability to like maneuver around, get better positioning or whatever. And I found that to be like my favorite combo. Obviously like Starfire and a Moonfire is also really fun too. But the double Wrath into rank 10 Moonfire, then rank 9 Moonfire is really, really good. The other thing that's great is since you have the travel time of the Wrath, if you have a target rooted, the damage won't break until all that stuff connects, at which point you're done with your hard casts. Because your hard casts are front loaded in that first 3 seconds, and then you're using the travel time to basically fit as much of that stuff in at one time. Right? Because like, and even still, like your first Wrath might not even break the root. But it allows you to get all that off, guaranteed in a root. I don't know if it's making sense in my head. I don't know if that's making sense without being able to like visually show you. We do it here like double Wrath, max rank Moonfire, and then down rank. And you can like do that over and over again. And like set up another route. You can Nature's Grasp off of that, you know, then bash and do like you can do all that stuff and basically try and fit that little combo. And it's super effective in PvP. It's really bursty too. It really confuses people. Getting a full cast Starfire off is really good, but it's hard.
Raftsy.
It's hard just because the cast time's so long. So like a lot of times you don't have that luxury. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna do some PvP. Like my plan is once we get the full tier 2.5, I'm gonna do a lot more PvP stuff. It's just right now until I get like the best setup of gear in this, and you're like really glass cannon-y. It's kind of whatever, like, or you rank. If you have the PvP gear, balance would be fun too because you have leather gear and you're really tanky. But we'll see. We're getting to the point where we have a lot of damage. So I'm more inclined to want to try and do some PvP stuff here just because we're getting our spell power is getting so high. I might do some videos and stuff too because we've been running with a pre-made a good amount of times. If you're running with a pre-made, it's really fun because you get like relatively fair fights.
Well, it's fun. I can finally use my fire resistance gear.
Hey, nice.
Started questing in Silithus, got over 10 quests. Dude, Silithus quests take kind of a while. Did you finish all 10 or are you just saying you just picked up 10? I hit Revered on this character and did a bunch of the quests, so I'm just kind of, I don't really need to grind any more of that. I have enough to summon 3 of the lords, like enough of the materials, but haven't done it yet. I was thinking what we'll probably do, I kind of want to do a gold bid one just so I can make some gold back for all that time I spent farming. we might do like a guild run, but I'll probably do the gold bid scenario. Roll the dice with that one. Because I don't think really many people need much from there as far as like stuff that would be upgrades for raid, or if they do, they haven't been running it, because I run that stuff a lot. There's very few people that come and do those runs.
Agree, stunned. Try a pickup move.
Oh.
Stunned. Off square as well. Thank you, Bella.
Bark skin. Do you guys know, so you hear that, like, that sound is from me hitting my Starfire while I'm in the middle of casting another one? Is there a way to make that sound go away? Because it annoys me. I'm sure you guys also hear it. It bugs me that I hear that click, but I can't help it. I'm always trying to like spam it to make sure that I like batch it back to back so I don't lose any cast time. Being solo in Silithus plus the ambience is quite daunting. Dude, Silithus is kind of like a daunting zone if you're by it's a little scary. You're like, at any point there could be just a squad of alliance show up and just jump you.
Bella grab square. I'll help if one of you guys gets stunned.
I feel that. I actually started liking the Silithus stuff more than I thought I would, because I never did that back in the day at all. So like I kind of thought it was gonna feel like a real big chore. Like people have commented on that video I did, like the Cenarian rep grind, and they're like why would you do? It's like I've actually it's actually been fun doing that stuff, like doing the lords, doing the dukes, getting groups for that stuff. It's been like fun. I've actually enjoyed doing it. I've done it slowly over like a couple months, right? It's not like I'm trying to cram it out in 2 days, which that I can see being really rough. But the Silithus stuff is I don't know, it's cool, man. It's very in depth. There's just a lot of stuff to know with all of that. It's just kind of cool content to me. Stand on me. Stand on me. Stand on me. Stand on me. Do we have True Lone Wolf? Do you know how to do this? If you get the buff, you're gonna run over here. I think you're the only like new person.
Yeah, he was with us last week, I think. Do we have one more distract? Awesome. We should be able to pull here just a second then. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pull. Looking pretty good.
Dispels.
Melee out.
No one called that?
Ooh. Didn't pop up on my DVM.
Tap.
Double
Double
tap.
tap.
Double tap, get out. Yeah, that one popped up on the first one.
Dead. I can call these up.
Okay. Can we actually get a battle res on Polaris? Just so we have more
I got him.
I got it.
Super user. Super, get out.
It's not even showing up on like it's showing like
Yeah, I only noticed in the chat. The fall damage got me.
Wow, I can't believe we killed that after it blew up in our raid.
Cool, dude. That could have been really bad.
I think it was Fuo. It was the first one in my chat.
It never popped up in my chat. I didn't even see it.
That was weird.
No screen indicator, no chat indicator.
Oh, was it?
Oh, you also got to start a much higher rep than normal classes, huh? Captain Crunch. Oh yeah. It's only like 3,000 rep lead, I think, isn't it? It's not that much. Like I'm right now, I'm like 1,800 into Revered.
We're gonna get him.
1600.
Triple check.
So like if I was another class, I'd be 1400 away right now.
You guys pulled what? We don't even have half our read alive.
Oh boy.
Jesus. Pulling
What
out
are the
upgrade
hunters
die.
doing?
Down. Alright, finish off the other destroyer.
Casual 3,000 kills. I mean, it's most of my rep isn't even from those single kills. It's from the lords, from like the lord groups doing like those groups, lords and the dukes and stuff. Because you stop getting them after honored. So all of honored and revered, I had to do other shit, which we had some turn-ins, but that was definitely not the majority of my rep as far as like after honored. Is Moon Threat really high on Horde side? Kind of, yeah. Kind of. If I get, like, if it's the beginning of a fight and I get, like, 3 crits in a row, I generally pull aggro. I have to, like, usually watch if I open with crits. Usually if, like, the fight's already gone on for 10 or 15 seconds, if I'm not getting crits all front-loaded in the beginning of the fight, it's not that bad. But if I get a bunch of crits in the opener, it's really tough. Like, the Warriors still have... Wind Fury, but we don't have enough shamans to give the casters Trank, which would be like the equivalent of Salvation for Alliance. In a perfect world, we'd have a shaman that I could keep in the Balanced Druid group that would have Trank of Air, or we'd have like an Ellie shaman or something. And then that would be really good because all of our casters would have that threat reduction, but we don't have enough shamans.
Wait. Juan's the mayor?
Yeah, I burn through lips. Yeah, I usually carry lips on me, but I'm usually more cautious, like with my threat, if that makes sense. Like I usually will just sit there and stop DPSing if I'm getting close. I'm very like leery of ripping aggro.
You're familiar with Buffalo, Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yeah. They had a bunch of reports of looting going on in at Target in Buffalo. And the police had a tweet about it saying, you know, we've heard looting going on at Target. We don't know what you're talking about. Maybe a different. My buddy literally walked down a 50.
I'm Alliance with Sal, but even then the threat is insane on Moonkin. Our tank doesn't have Thunder Fury. Thunder Fury is a big deal for threat. It's so much extra threat that they don't have to like even try for. It's just huge. It's also really good for like Chromagus and those other ads when there's nature vuln, because the proc is all nature damage, right? So it helps with the threat on that stuff in BWL as well. It's very, very, very noticeable. Like, so Sabbath has it in our guild, and his threat per second, especially on those scenarios, is really, really high compared to like other tanks. Just because that proc is so much damage and is like really consistent. This is annoying. Why do we keep going in combat where I can't see the buffs?
Okay, triangle, moon, and circle. So let's have Jiraiya, why don't you pick up Skull and X?
But yeah, it's the Wind Fury stuff is a big help with like Shaman, or sorry, with the Warrior threat though as well. And it definitely can help, like if they get a handful of procs early on, like that's it's a really big threat lead. Threat's usually never an issue outside of the first like 20 seconds. It's just if I get, you know, a bunch of crits right in the opener, that's when it's problematic. but usually after the first 10 or so seconds, it's not a big deal. And I'll watch. Usually if I jump up to like 80% threat, I'll stop, because if like I cast Starfire again and the next one's a crit, a lot of times like that 80 it can jump from that one crit, just depending on like timing of what the tank's globals are used during then. So I usually just chill. Do Noggin Foggers, yeah. Let's cast some Noggin Foggers, nice. Try and save some of our. Can we get slow fall back to? Oh, dude, there it is, dude.
You have Skull and X.
Okay, sir.
Nick,
You'd love to see all three of those back to back, not wasting any.
Okay. Go with that. We'll go ahead and pull. Looks like you have mana. Matt, you want to go ahead and pull for us? Thank you.
I've ripped aggro on this before in the opener, so I'm a little scared. So I'm gonna let him get like 5%. Moonfire resist feels bad. Oh, dude, partial resist, big 350. What is going on?
Stop attacking X.
Get out far enough. Raid, start taking square out.
Alright.
Can we get range to finish off square here quick? Alright, let's have range to finish off X in the back. Guard's almost down as well. Nice. Okay, triangle is also low. So once X is down, get triangle.
Star, not triangle.
Or sorry, star, yeah. Triangle's the one I'm picking up.
Be careful, wait, he's gonna get flung. Oh, that's scary.
Be careful, triangle's very low. Let's have range finish off triangle.
OP, look at me, your DPS. Dude, so embarrassing with the miss. Bah. Bah. Bah.
Okay, range finish off moon. Range finish off circle, melee out, melee out.
Melee, that's us, that's us. Oh,
Alright. Oh, Toab.
Toeb, and I'm not on OBAG.
Toeb is like soft res by like 12 people, so it wouldn't really matter. Yeah, 18, exactly. It's 18 weeks, dude. I remember looking at that the other day. I was like, dude, that's so rough.
Out as soon as we can. Is it rancid?
Yeah, it is. I remember that.
Hell yeah, rancid. That's huge.
So,
Nice, Rancid.
so I soft res Toeb the first week that we did soft res, because I knew that was going to be like a really hard piece to get just because of the RNG. And a bunch of people reserved like Staff of Dom or like whatever other pieces. And so we got a couple of them in a row, and me and Guns both got them. And then Rancid soft res Toeb, and he's literally had 18 weeks that he's had it soft res that it hasn't dropped.
Doused.
18 weeks, dude.
Thank you.
It's so funny. Can we get a little mini chicken going? Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Just calling the shots right now with these noggin foggers. You got 2 in one night? Never seen it again, dude. I've never even heard of that. It's such a small chance, dude. It's just so much, I don't know, so much RNG in that. I'll actually take the tier 1 helm. I have mine's enchanted with the fire resistant enchant. Do you not need it, Rid?
No, I've got one in the bank.
Okay. Thanks.
I don't need 2.
When you vendor that, I'd like a share of some of that gold, please.
It's OP for PvP, dude. It's actually really good PvP helm.
Screw with it.
Alright, got this first pack.
Wait, why is it OP for PvP?
Just because there's not any leather that has spell damage on it right now because of tier 2.5 not being out. And so like for me, because Moonkin form scales with leather the same way like bear form does. And so like I can use cloth stuff, but I have like 2,000 armor or 3,000 armor. So I'm like just a glass cannon even like in Moonkin form. And like some of the tier 1, there's like the belt, bracers, helm have spell damage and not just plus healing. And they have like a good amount of stam.
Is there not like a what am I trying to say? Like a druid quest? Like at 60, don't all classes now have quests that either take you to Sunken Temple or other places to give you like helmets or some decent like
The tier like 0.5.
Okay.
It's okay. Yeah. It's got like a lot of stam and agility and shit on it. So it's not really like caster based as far as like the stats. It's all like hybrid. And so like tier 1, some of the tier 1 is like stam, int, spirit. Like it's all like caster stats and it's leather.
So that hat's more for being the best boomkin healer in cat form, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Just wait on some healer mana, then I'll pull these.
Yeah, that tier 0.5 stuff's interesting. I've thought about that for PvP, if that would be like a fun PvP set or not. Sorry, I like went down the wrong pipe. You'd basically want to try and get it for the set bonuses though, which I don't know how much like the mana when struck in combat would be good or not.
I think it's Borderlands 2 in that.
This is also a pretty expensive set to craft, I think. Like the quest turn-ins for this stuff. But I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like the way it looks.
Launcher still sells all your info to China.
The aesthetics of this set are sick.
Not a thing anymore.
I don't know. Do you guys think this would be good for to have to like PvP with?
China.
I feel like it's pretty low in like stam and stuff. I feel like I would still feel pretty squishy.
Brian?
Stand away from X.
So here, swap to X. Try and bait out the crit. We don't get it though. Do the same thing here. Tab mid cast.
Okay,
Nothing.
move away from X with that. You can. Pull it away. Let's finish up these buffs while I wait for that pad to come by.
Dude, I went surfing yesterday for the first time in like a long time because I don't usually surf during the winter. I'm so sore. Dude, my like neck muscles and my like upper back is like struggling. Feels like I like slept wrong. Dude, the mini Moonkin is pretty cute little guy. What's up, little guy?
Mages, and yourself, please.
Rancid, how you liking that toe web, dude?
Rancid, what were you using before? Isn't Mind Quickening Gem still super OP?
Wait. They don't
use both?
I thought they didn't share a cooldown.
They share like an internal cooldown, like you can't act both at the same time.
Got it.
But so it's like when you use like Mind Quickening Gem, there's a 15-second cooldown until you can use a damage trinket.
All right, get in line, guys. Get in line. Get in line.
Alright, it marks the tanks. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pull. Looks like we're set up. Can we get a detect magic up?
It's up, I think. I saw the debuff at least. Or his buff.
I did not see the detect magic.
Yeah, it's up.
Keep decursing, keep decursing.
Hungry, what you have aggro? Purge, purge. Purge, purge.
Nice job, guys. Let's get Mishko up. Looks like Cormac's gonna douse.
212 deeps. Need to recruit a few people. Get our full 40 going.
night, Double Tap. Thanks for coming. Good luck getting around everything tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks, man.
See you guys. Alright, see you.
See ya, bye. The fireball choked me right there. Dude, if we had tier, I'm gonna sit down. See you guys down here in a second. Oh, dude, he like juked behind me.
Alright, can we get a summon for Fate?
OP, dude. It's top of the charts. It's no big deal, whatever. It's just boomy life, bro.
I always forget, was that against the Falcons that the Patriots had that come back?
If you had a hand or rag to melee with, while as a Moonkin, what would you enchant it with and why? It's a good question. If I was using it specifically just to DPS while I was out of mana, if that was the reason for using it, like that, it was just going to be something I'd use if I'm completely I would probably just enchant it with Spirit, honestly. If it was something I was going to use like while regenning. Because ideally you would use it while you're regenning, right? And then you would swap and use something else, like once you have mana again, like your DPS stuff. You don't want to necessarily enchant it with like int, because you're going to lose that int as soon as you swap. Oh shit. Dude, these lava Ellies like traumatize me. Remember one time I had world buffs, I got killed by these things, like really slowly. Like the dot ticked on me and I died from like the last tick, and ever since then I like, every time I get that stun I'm like really scared. But it'd probably enchant it with spirit, because you would let your the 5-second rule kick in, so you'd actually gain a good amount of value from that, from like a regen standpoint. Was that a good reason, Shadow?
It's your fault.
I feel like it's pretty flawless logic. I wonder how tilted people would get seeing Hand of Rag with Spirit enchanted on it. Look at that attractive hunter. My Moonkin has eyes still first, just waiting for the funds to get arcane crystals. Yeah, that's like I want it because it would be really fun. And there's like a lot of scenarios where I would mess with it and like do PvP and like come up with some like funny stuff.
Chungus, did you get that res?
Specifically to mess with Hand of Rag. But I also don't want to pay to craft it, because it's like, what, it's 50 crystals? I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of gold. There's not really anything specific I need gold for, like in this game. You know, it's not like something's coming out in a later phase. It's going to be like a massive gold sink for me, but spending...
You are so close to pulling that other...
What is that math? Probably 4,000-ish gold, something like that, on Hand of Rag as a Moonkin. Oh, be tough. My guild also gave me tier 3 weeks ago. Love those guys, dude. That's great. Congrats. I really want to get tier. Tier is gonna definitely be my biggest prio for soft res. There's like just no way around that. Like I have to try and get tier. Oh shit, dude.
Hungry, if you want to grab, I can grab square. Stunned on square. Just pick up.
Yeah, man, it's huge. Tier's just like a big one. Just like, so Mish is also obviously very, very, very good, and we use Mish for a long time too, but there's a helm out of Nax as well. And Mish is, I mean, Mish I feel like is going to be less contested in general, just because people will use either tier 3 or stuff in Nax it's like relevant. I don't think Mish is BIS for other casters like it is for us, is it? Like tier 3 helms I feel like are probably likely to be really good. I don't know if they're better than Mish, but they're definitely in the same ballpark. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, tier's my big item that I really need. That 2% hit is just so massive, dude.
Grab the core hound.
Damn, dude. We've seen a lot of missed drops. Very happy that we have maybe 4 caster DPS left to get it. Tier sent me back a bit. But I'm betting I'll have one. Oh, set you back on getting Mish. What kind of loot system do you guys use, Shadow? Like if we had DKP, if we used DKP, it'd be way easier for me, right? Because there's like I don't need tier gear. So it's definitely DKP or EPGP or something like that would work in my favor, but we don't use that. So I kind of get screwed a little bit in the sense that all the casters are trying to get the same stuff, and like they can basically just roll against only each other for tier gear. So I get a little bit like shafted on highly contested like offset pieces. Loot council, gotcha. I mean tier's a bigger deal in my opinion. Like the upgrade from tier versus like if you have like Hexer's cover or something like that, tier is way more important. There's also this shit out of Nax. What's this one?
Nice.
So, casters, save your mana and
I looked
stuff,
it up.
just use it to get some rage and
This
stuff
thing.
with the boss.
Preceptor's hat. Which I think this will be kind of uncontested, where depending on where you look, it was saying that actually sims higher than Mish just because it's so much more spell power.
Remember that Bash
I don't know if
doesn't
that's the
work like
case, and
shield
you
slams,
could
so
make
I know
arguments
how
definitely either way, but the
or
fact that there's another
CS
option
spell.
that's not Mish
That are
is reassuring because
Bash,
it'll
like,
allow
you
us to
can
get
rub that way.
something very, very similar as far as like overall DPS.
Yeah, I think we said that last week.
They work on loot priority extremely well. I mean, that's like the biggest point that I try and make. We kind of, it's not really loot council, but we go through like the loot for each tier and basically say who can main spec stuff and who can't. And I try and do the same thing. Like, look, there's no other upgrade I'm going to get outside of this for a very, very long time. And like, thankfully, everyone's like cool about it. Let's see if this, see if the Moonfire spam is any good. I wasn't going to be able to fit in another Starfire there, so we just snapshotted. See how we can do. Okay, I'm going to lip there because that was kind of scary. I have no more runes. I have to farm some of those bad boys. I'm done with ZG just this week. Hit Exalted and have Blood Tinged Glove, Hexer's cover, and even got the trinket from Heart. Yeah, nice, dude. Do you have Cloak of Consumption? That I just got as well. I'm also Exalted, so I don't need to run. Ooh, nice, dude. It's 2 actually really good drops. Instead of getting Vendor Strike. Yeah, I actually don't need a ZG on this character anymore either. Like, I need a Bijou, ideally, each raid for the Spirit of Zanza, but that's it. You just buy those off the auction house. So I'll start doing ZG on a different character. Hopefully, I'm hoping I can get my Shadow Priest up pretty soon here, and then run ZG on my Shadow Priest. That's a really good way to get gear pretty quickly.
Oh, no one else needed them.
Sorry, that was main spec. Forgot to write it.
I think every other.
Yeah, I got the cloak too. Yeah, the cloak's big, man. Yeah, getting all that stuff out of ZG like is a big relief. I luckily got like I'm really glad I got the cloak because I am one of a few people that's exalted already because I bought a bunch of Bijous. Most people still need the rep. So even though a lot of other people obviously want the cloak. Like, they really should be running it till they get exalted or buy the bee juice to get exalted. And I was kind of impatient about getting the enchant, so I just bought the bee juice to get the shoulder enchant. But a lot of people still need the rep, so like, it's great that I don't have to keep going on this character that's already exalted, because I wouldn't be getting anything else from it except for just getting the cloak. So I'm really glad I got it this week. It saves a lot of time not having to run that on this character, or being able just to like sit out. But I'm definitely going to try and run it on my Shadow Priest, because it's such a good way to gear up really quick. Seems like Blizz updated the drop rate on the cloak. We've seen 4 in 2 weeks. We have seen, the last 2 raids I've been in, we've seen 2 cloaks. Prior to that, though, we didn't see it. Or we might have seen it like once, like over the entirety of ZG, and then I seen it the last 2 weeks. So maybe they changed the rate. I feel like a lot of that stuff, it's hard to really know, because you could kind of say that with anything, like, oh, we've only seen 1 dagger. It's just like I'm more sensitive to the cloak because that's like the thing that I want. So that's the thing I'm more aware of, if it drops or not. But the one that I got was the 3rd one that we've or 3rd one that I've seen, 3rd one that's been in any of the raids that I've been in. So I was really, really stoked. So, but like, everyone still needs it. I mean, it's just such a good cloak. It's biz for everyone for raid. I could see mages maybe not needing it because of like their hit talents, or maybe shadow priests, if they're able to get hit elsewhere and get capped. But yeah, last 2 weeks we've gotten it back to back, which is a little weird. We also got both of the ZG rings, like this full set we got last week too, or this last ZG run. We got both rings in one run. I haven't seen the Hakar. I've seen the Hakar neck one time. That's one thing, the spell hit neck. I haven't seen that.
Dry Hungry, either of you guys want to DPS this one actually? You know, Bella tank one of the ads.
Is other Druid using? Yeah, he is using Leader of the Pack. We don't have him in the group because we just have Wind Fury.
And then, yeah, Hunters, if you can bring Skull and X back then.
I think my guess is that the way they have the group set up, it looks like it's full just Wind Fury groups. Wind Fury, Hunter buff, Wind Fury, Hunter buff, Wind Fury, Hunter buff.
Just waiting for some mana. Then we will pull.
This helps. Is the you drink faster if you dance right next to someone drinking. Refills their mana quicker. What the fuck? Why don't you dance next to me? I'll dance next to you next time you're drinking. I'll look for it. My bad, my bad, my bad.
Thank you.
How much is Locomir DPS? 22 DPS, dude? OP. OP, dude. OP Drew DPS. Give him a couple seconds. Should we do Zan's strategy and pad the meters here? Is that, I don't know if that's actually gonna be more DPS or not.
Oh, fucking Austin.
What?
And I got 2 corruptions and a curse of agony.
I have to do it to try and compete with Zan, dude. Zan cheats every week. So I'm trying to see if it works. If I cheat too, can I actually like beat him in DPS this week? I'm also critting 0 times, so I'm not hopeful that it's gonna happen.
You're also a Moonkin.
Yeah, dude, but I beat him the other week on Gold Mag DPS.
Yeah?
He did more DPS, but he I did more DPS to Gold Mag. He's DPSing the little dog, so it's cheating. I found out after.
I'm just upset it's not Curse of Doom.
Yes, the chest, please.
Oh yeah, those druid vestments getting you hype.
I don't think that was more. I don't think that was more than last week. I don't think Moonfire is like a DPS gain outside of if you get lucky with a crit and you have this Nature's Grace proc. I don't think it's really like a huge DPS gain. Like if you lose any casting, like any time like casting it or like swapping targets or whatever. Congrats on the Locomere though. Yeah, dude, the Locomere was big. Locomere was big. Why do you have the rotation helper when you already know it's only Starfire? What do you mean rotation? I don't have a rotation helper. I'm not sure what. Are you talking about this stuff up here on the left? Gray, is that what you mean? This is just shows you guys what my casts are. So it's not telling me what to cast, it's telling you, it's showing you guys what I've already, what I am casting. So like this is me casting Starfire. If I move, it cancels it.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's so that you guys can see my global cooldown, so I don't have to like explain what is going on. You guys can just watch and see or like replay the videos and see what I was casting.
So if no one's main specking, I'm gonna use the rolls.
I'm assuming that's what you mean. This down here is just a weak where that just tracks the
I need that.
the Moonfire like dot. You can see it has a little timer
Did you guys think the first
that matches the same one on the debuff.
That's my bad. I'm sorry.
No, this will like light up. I think when it gets low. Yeah, lights up when it
Wait,
gets
we're gonna
low.
throw out all the road.
But there's nothing telling me what to click next.
I mean, the other steward is all decays needs it, so just give it to him.
Yeah, Decays is the only other main here other than me. So
I have 3 things left to get out of Black Wing Lair. I have Staff, Shadowflame, Mish, and the Hit Ring. I want to go for Staff over Locomere since it in game. I'd have the Staff and I'd rather leave main hand offhand to others. Yeah, well, so what's the best Staff? Is it that... Actually, I gotta swap rings now that we lost our other buff. The, is it this? Soul Seeker? Is that the best staff? Yeah, I would like to get Soul Seeker as well. But I think I'll probably go with the End of Dreams. I think this will be more fun for me in PvP too, just because the attack power as well. We'll see though. We'll have to see what the loot combo goes like in those for those raid tiers. Bet you're itching for the AQ offhand. I mean, I have the Jindo one, right? So it's basically it's like a little more spell power and like 1% crit on top of what I have.
We're down to like 5 healers right now, aren't we?
No worries.
6.
6 because I switched over.
Do you need me to heal? I'm a really OP full tier 2 druid healer if we need it, so.
No. You're just gonna go cat form again.
Yeah, that's how you do it, dude.
That's just part of their rotation. You don't know.
Could I snag a health stone from one of the warlocks? Okay, we don't.
The staff without the resistance? Do I have that? This one? Brimstone? The 2% hit?
I got this.
Someone who can tank.
I get a lot of partial resist though. Like I feel like this decreasing magical resistance is actually going to be like pretty big.
You just go beat on the boss.
The partial resist thing is when you get more hit, when you're hitting more often, the partial resist is much more noticeable. So like I could see, because you know AQ has some items with this decreased magical resistances, and Nax does. I could see this being more valued. It's hard, like right now I haven't seen any easy info that quantifies like the exact value of that as far as DPS gain, but I do notice getting the partial resist and it really hurts. As you get more and more spell power, I feel like it's more and more noticeable. Like I'm used to all my Starfires hitting over 1,000, so as soon as I see one hit for 400 or 500, it's really noticeable visually to be able to see. I feel like when I was hitting for 700 or 800 and it was hitting for 400, it wasn't as big, like I wasn't visually able to notice it as much. But I could see having a few pieces with the magic resistance reduction being really helpful. I want to kind of chill here for a second. I want to rip aggro on the... Oh, dude. Gonna hide back here.
Boss over. Bringing him back to you. Icar, can you snag him and pull him across? Awesome, thank you. Oh, he's back on me. I'll grab him. Can you just grab circle? Circle, Icar? Just hold on circle for me.
Bring Moon down.
Oh. We'll bandage Claymore because we're OP. Boom.
Bring square down.
No worries, man. It resets every time he does the teleport.
God, dude.
Bring circle down.
Keep starfiring ourselves.
Everyone go DPS boss.
Give me your things.
Yeah, take that.
Or something. Yeah.
Give me your stuff, you bastard.
Why'd you guys let him go? We were gonna put him on the ground and kick him if he died.
Nothing good.
As I understand it, while the bosses do have resist, there isn't enough where it would matter as much. So yeah, the way I understand it is that the resistances are what cause the partial resist. I think they have a fixed. Most bosses all have a fixed amount. I'm just making up a number. I don't know if it's true. It's 150 resistance to every spell school. They're all in that same ballpark. They vary slightly, but they're all very close. So getting to a certain point of decreased resistances, I think, would be helpful. Because if you're able to resist, like say you get partial resist 10% of the time, and you're able to reduce that to like 3 or 4% of the time, it would be a really big DPS gain, I would think.
I did reserve Aura Stone Hammer for...
But I don't know what any of those numbers are. It would be hard to... I mean, you'd have to be able to get a couple pieces of that gear and be able to test it with like parses and stuff on the logs. I'm sure someone's done some of that info, but I don't know that they've done it specifically for balanced druids, and I feel like there would be talents or other things that might affect how it works for other casters compared to us.
We got a lava core and this lava reaper.
All right, guys. It's the moment we've been waiting for. The big bad choker.
Corey, may have to summon you up.
Well, like, if you don't have a shard, you can just snag on this guy. Awesome.
You go drink your fire protection pot before you get in the lava.
What do you think of ZG Exalted Neck to 2% crit but no spell power compared to the 23 spell power from Jeklix? 23 spell power from Jeklix? Oh, is that what that one is? The MP5 one?
You guys has the highest fire red.
Yeah, supposedly the crit neck actually can sim pretty well. I actually forgot about that. I can go and turn that in and get that.
Okay.
I wouldn't use it over Choker or the Fire Lord, but 2% crit should equate to more DPS than something like Orb of the Dark Moon. Crit should be in the ballpark of 12 spell power as far as value.
Yeah, with Mark.
So it would just be kind of up to you. It definitely has its value, but it should be equivalent if it's 2% crit to Wrath and Starfire. It should be worth roughly about 24 spell power. So there's a lot of options that I would say are like side grade type situations that you could just pick what style of like play style you want. Do you want some more crit? Do you want just to stack as much spell power as possible? But if you're going for like a more crit centric build where you're running like, you know, you could rock Mana Igniting Cord, you can rock that neck for crit. Like, that definitely might be a pretty fun play style. You could also use, I don't have the gloves on me right now, but the Taut Dragonhide gloves, you get crit from those. You can rock the crit. There's a bunch of crit pieces you could kind of throw in and kind of focus around that. Maybe if you have Mish and you have another 2% crit, you could really kind of stack that up where you're at like 15, 20% crit. It could be pretty fun. Hey, what's up with it, Wooey? What's up, Wummy? Am I gonna out DPS you on this fight? Come on, Choker. I know. Can we get some pews? Yeah, thank you. We get the Moonkin flexing. right now. We got a Moonkin flex on Rag for him to drop this stupid neck piece for us. What do you sim in, by the way? So Shadow, when I say sim, I don't mean like I use an actual sim like you do in retail. There's a website, and I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I have it pinned in the Moonkin Discord, in the theory crafting tab, that you can, it'll give you relative stat weights. The only problem with stat weights is it's really hard.
10-second warning.
It's hard for me to agree with like this always has this weight or exactly how you come up with those stat weights. And I think some of it, a big portion of it is accurate. Like at certain breaking points, certain spell power equals a certain amount of hit, certain amount of crit. But a lot of it comes down to is to like the play style. Like even something might technically sim higher, but if you have an 8% chance to hit and you're missing a bunch on a fight, like I don't like that. Even if I might do, 10 more DPS overall, I don't like that play style. So it's hard to really, to equally value a lot of that stuff.
So it's like 15 right now.
You're gonna oh dude, you're not gonna out DPS me, little bitch.
Domo now, there's like 10 extra seconds.
I'm only fairy firing once though. That's it. I'm only doing it once.
Holy shit, he killed Major Domo.
Spoilers.
Oh dude, 1-3-3 that's elite, dude. We just get a elite hit right off the bat.
Okay, I cannot call it out because I can't see it. Jay, can you call it out?
Missed that starfire or that moonfire. I'm intervening here right at the beginning.
Yeah, if I don't say something about getting knocked back, you can send everyone in right away. Should be good threat.
I'm gonna wait and moonfire if we can get toe up again. Well, that's a hard thing. Toe up again. Damn, dude, we're getting really unlucky with these resists. I've gotten like 4 resists so far. Oh shit.
It's off cooldown, but not when he casts it.
It should say it when he casts it.
I'm gonna wait and I'll use moonfire here once we get the our toe ups up in 10. Okay, after this one.
Where's your soulstone servers?
I've never seen soulstones that quick release spirit.
Oh my god, are you kidding? That's hilarious.
I have to downrank here. I don't have any more pots though.
Like same thing.
Not gonna be eligible for loot.
Man, you son of a bitch.
If Icor blows up right here and knocks me away,
It's okay, you guys
I'm gonna
won't
bandage
get this long
myself.
'cause I'm not
Damn
there.
it, dude, we ran out of mana. I have no runes, dude. No runes. No.
No!
All right,
You bastard.
Onslaught girdle.
cross the fingers. I'm guessing since no one said anything exciting that it didn't drop.
Alright, let's get these reses.
What the fuck, dude? We get this thing? Are you kidding me? 16 health per 5
And
seconds?
now see what Henry meant by about the off tank position. You just stand here. Wait.
Stat weights are hard because 0% spell hit to 5% isn't the same as 11 to 16%. I mean, that's exactly my point. Is it's hard to really quantify. World buffs play a big part into it. Your personal play style and like, duration of fights plays into it. Because if you're not actually getting 100 casts off, you're not actually realizing a full percent one way or another. There's just a lot of things to it. So you kind of just pick with like ballpark stat weights as far as like how I quote unquote like sim stuff or compare stuff as far as the value. But to this neck piece that I have, the 2% Wrath and Starfire crit is very similar to this as far as overall DPS. It would just be prioritizing crit over damage. Did I do more damage than you? So, Wummy, you don't show up on my thing because you're too far away because you stand over here on this really far side like a little bitch. Yeah, Onslaught's good. I know. Yeah, we got okay stuff. Onslaught's good. That's a big one, but that's really it. We have the other one. I have the wait, is Shard? Is Scale the other trinket, the damage? No, that's this. What is Shard? Oh, Shard's the MP5 one. That's right. Don't talk shit about your spot. It's funny because you're usually in my group. Are you in my group right now? You are.
Do people want to do
Every single week, Wummy, it won't. Here, I can show. I can pull up widescreen.
I cannot stay.
Every single week,
You do a ready check for it?
I have you in my group, and you run to the other end of the fucking room, and you're out of range of my Moonkin aura, and I have to swap you out. Every single week.
9-man Ani?
I actually meant to hit no, so you'd 8-man it. But yeah, Wummy, that is a good spot. It's a really OP spot.
Ethan, I'll give you a raid lead if you want to try to do it. I cannot stay, unfortunately.
I'll probably pass tonight. I'm not trying to pick it later in the week though.
If you guys want to queue for a really fun Arathi Basin, I'm down to do one of those.
Doesn't sound like going Francis to me, so I'm gonna pass.
Hey, who wants that shard? I really didn't want that.
Just trade it. Be for cheap.
How soon are you gonna queue up Coachella?
I was gonna queue up like right now.
Okay. Invite Obek.
Okay, I'll leave in a sec.
This in my bags. Someone please take it.
Dude, I'm getting my monitor is like tripping out.
That's 10 nature resistance.
Please do not wear those as your trinkets for Nate.
Full screen.
I will kick you from the
I know you guys get to see the whole behind the scenes, dude. The whole behind the scenes.
Alright, officers, if you got a sec, pop into officer chat real quick.
I'm gonna mute the stream real quick while I hop in the officer channel. And I'm gonna queue. We're gonna queue for this.
Invite Abandon too. Oh, he is. Oh, never mind.
But I'm gonna mute stream real quick, guys, just because we're gonna go over officer stuff really fast, and then I'll hop right back. So don't mind that it's muted. I know. And I play on Herod. I don't know if I responded to you, Shadow. I play on Herod Horde side. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. So we got the neck. I don't know if I would want to use this instead of like, so this setup I have right now, we have just a ton of spell power. We're almost 550 unbuffed. We're really squishy though. Did the meeting result in shattered relationships? No. No, everything is fine. We were just talking about trying to recruit and kind of just get everything squared away for the next tiers. All right, we're gonna go to BS. I think. No, I texted her, but I didn't hear back from her yet. It's Insidious pre-made. These guys aren't ranked very high though, so hopefully we can still win. Like 5 people going here, we should be good. Chill in the back lines. No one will see me in this bush. No. I'm gonna wrap it up after this. This though, we should be done soon. Oh, can we get it? Come on, go, go, go. Oh yeah. That was a crit on this mage, but he had a shield. Ice block. Go on this guy. Damn it. What's Black Lotus at on here? Black Lotus was like 150-ish or so when I looked earlier. I haven't looked like today really. I looked yesterday or like this morning. But I think it's around like 150. I still expect it to go down more because no one really knows what the timers are and we have layers on our server. So I think we'll get a bunch of Black Lotus here over the next like week or so. And then I expect prices to go down, but we'll see. It's hard to really say for sure. I just viewed the Silithus quest over here, got involved in more PvP than I wanted to. Yeah, dude, Silithus is pretty busy. There's a lot of stuff going on. I think they're going to try and hit farm here, but maybe we can push stables. This hunter. Oh no. Of course, he Viper stings me. Wrong button. See if we can pop this pally. Shit. Damn, dude, this hunter's gonna wreck me. Hunters just do so much damage to me. Ugh. No mana. Sorry, Strava. See ya. $150 for Black Lotus on the auction house right now. Yeah, sounds about right. Kind of a shame that ZG said doesn't have spell damage and healing on it. Yeah, we already have 2 healing exclusive sets. I know, I agree. It's weird the way it's itemized. Like the set bonuses are for balance, but the itemization on the gear is resto. It's very weird set. I wish it was balance as well. It'd be really fun to have like farm that for balance if that was like actually a good set. The set bonuses are really good. Like if it had good stats on it, it would be a really, really good set for us, but it doesn't. All right, I don't really know where to go. Probably go, should we try and fight this guy on the road? Oh, look at this, Drew, is he gonna get him? He rocket home that guy. He got it, dude. No, don't kill me, don't kill me. Oh, we got the hybrid off though. Can we noggin fog it down to, can we get lucky here? Come on, slow fall. Come on, slow fall. There. Ready? And they'll see us coming. Think we can ninja this? He's got no idea, dude. He's gonna mount away. Oh, they're coming back. Oh. Trying to see if we can sneak this. I think they're gonna push up farm. Let's try. We'll go for it. Oh! Oh! I'm gonna die here. That Drew didn't spawn like as we were trying to do that. I think we would have got it. I don't think they would have seen me. Should you hit mines? Try and bait out his kick in Starfire. Okay, he's blocking just to buy some time. Let's troll this priest right here. Nice. Try and catch the rogue. Oh, of course, dude. I'm gonna try and hit BS here. Maybe we can like do some. There's a warrior up there. Can't stand PvP, we always lose. Honestly, as long as we don't get pre-mades, it's usually actually really good games for the most part. Are they gonna leave 2 here? This guy's gonna go invis. We can solo the. Do we think he's gonna try and push up and help heal like farm? If we have people pushing farm? Like he's panicking maybe? Let's see if he is. I feel like they have a resto druid sitting by himself here? That makes 0 sense. I keep hitting the wrong fucking button. Let's go, bitch. 2500, get the fuck out. Go graveyard. Stop it up. Yes! Yes! Oh. Send bear form. War Stomp Hibernate. Dude, this hunter. I have a pot here. Oh no! This hunter's just on me. I should put this on my bars. We got it though. I don't know if they're gonna be able to spin that because the last guy just died. They all came up for mines. I'm gonna push mines. They're fighting on the road. It looks like just the one priest, maybe? You think we can go invis? Is he gonna get the Zerker? No. Oh, I got it. There's Rancid. Oh, dude, he just blinked. I don't have it. I don't have it. Let me get it. Nice. Oh my god, we literally just insta-killed that mage. Oh god, see ya. So funny, dude. You know, that mage's like, what the fuck just happened? Fairy fire this guy. I'm gonna swap over here to the priest. This spell. Nice. So a lot of times what I try and do is stack, like, so if, for example, if I'm running Insect Swarm, if I'm trying to root the warrior, I'll make sure I try and keep Moonfire and Insect Swarm up because it helps protect the actual root. Because if he's dispelling, it could hit either of those 3 abilities. So if you're just trying to root and there's a priest or paladin or whatever, say you're trying to root a priest or paladin, you want to try and Moonfire and Insect Swarm and then root right after so that there's three dispellable buffs. So they have a chance of like not getting the one you're actually trying to do. Okay, I'm gonna grab this Zerker Once we get mana here. Don't take it. Don't take it, guy. Jesus Christ, that guy had a health bar, dude. He got literally 100 to 0'd. I don't know what Rancid hit him with, but he hit him at the same time, too. Alright, let's see what we can do here with Zerking. I just want to get like one toe-up Starfire with Zerker. Oh my god, did they kill everyone already? Damn it. I don't want to just like go suicide at Blacksmith. I'll just die right away. Dang it. We're gonna beat the pre-made. Track humanoids on. I don't see anyone. I'm gonna start making my way over to farm. See if maybe we can get a push. Looks like they just left BS to go stables. I think we can get over here if I just stay invis. Oh, dude, if I could have pushed up with them as he ran in. Do we have anyone else that can come down here? So we have the Druid and the Rogue. Okay, Druid's leaving. Oh, they lost stables, dude. It's not good. Okay, this guy's gonna go in. Hopefully if he can pull the Rogue away, I can take this. Got him. Oh, he stopped casting. He stopped casting. Oh, got him. Dude, get wrecked. Oh my god. Oh, that guy feels so dumb. Okay, we got a float. I'm guessing they're gonna hit mines. Oh, lumber mill. This guy's mad. Have fun. Obek just coming out of left field with a chain lightning. You think we can push? You think we can push BS? Maybe 4 cap the pre-made. Oh, nice. We got slow fall there. That's what I wanted. Okay, going to go to the priest here. I'll start capping. Okay, someone else start capping. Oh my god. Get wrecked. Yeah, get wrecked too. No, we got resers. Did we cap it? Kill the priest, dude. Oh, we're out of mana. No one capped it in time. Damn. Oh, we're not gonna get it. Coming from LA Shaman to hit 62. LA Shaman's so much fun in PvP. You can just spell batch your Chain Lightning and Lightning Shock or an Earth Shock with Elemental Mastery. Just trucks. What should we do? I don't think we can hit BS again. I feel like we have to try and... They're going to hit stables, so they'll probably rotate stables. I think I'll go mines with these guys. Looks like they have at least 2 staying BS. Just fighting on the road. Can we help abandon? Jesus Christ, dude. Of course, bash misses. With no gear, I hate 2k combos. Yeah, man, it's pretty strong. Just like the base damage of everything is so high. Okay, we can try and get him here. Stop him from eating. Ooh. I'm gonna get killed here. Concussive shot stun. One last push at BS. I have to go through and put together a build that's more like well-rounded because this is so squishy. Moonfire him to death. sick vanish, dude. That was so cool. Get out of here. Can I kill him? Oh no! Dude, the last second. Toe up Starfire. Big pally damage. Oh, Starfire's done. One more, come on. No flashlight. Oh! This guy AFK? Is he AFK? Rogue's here. Did you see him? No, he resisted. Oh no, dude. Oh my god, he body rezzed. I have no mana. Should we mana pot for this? We'll do it, whatever. Damn it, dude. If that stunned, if that fear didn't resist, we would have had that cap. I don't know if that would have been enough to win the game, though. Druid should have spell hit and melee hit increased taunts. I agree 100%. That would be great. No changes. Yeah, I know. No changes, I feel it, but it would be nice for sure. Yeah, would help a ton for gearing, but no changes. We get the talents in TBC, so better late than never. Sick counterspell, dude. That was cool. Made a feral tank druid, so I know the pain. Yeah. I feel ya. It would be nice for sure. I feel like paladins don't have anything versus hardcast Moonkin. I mean, paladins just can hodge you, and you don't really have a way unless you get a Starfire stun. You don't really have a way of out DPSing their heals. If you get really lucky with crit or you land a Starfire stun. Outside of that, there's not really much you can do. Are these guys gonna kill me? How we do? We get any killing blows? We got 17. I was looking at like, dude, I'm not even on the list. What the hell? That was fun. It was fun. It was unfortunate we went against a pre-made, but I thought it was pretty good game considering we're against a pre-made there. I'm gonna head out, guys. But thanks for hanging out. Like always, I do appreciate it. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Unfortunate with no tier, no choker, no mish, but we'll get it next week. I feel it. I feel it. With Hodge, you do have the trinket, yeah, and your armor. I mean, it's hard for them to 1v1 you, but they'll just outlast you with mana. But, yeah. Alright, guys. Have a good night. I'm gonna hop off, but I will, I'll see you guys later this week. Yeah, dude, Big Moon can flex. Have a good night, guys. See ya.